Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So, I wanted us to discuss today a statement that Raven brought up when she was talking to Yang and Weiss in Volume 5, and that statement being the dead being brought back to life. And I thought that was a very interesting statement, something very different to bring up. So, let's go ahead and jump into this and let's talk about this. Now, of course, as we all know, Raven herself talked to Yang and Weiss, and she was talking to them about Ozpin, and she was talking about how Ozpin is not somebody to really be trusted. Now, of course, what's very interesting about what Raven is stating here, because she's talking about Ozpin, she brings up magic, and about how naturally, the world of Remnant, magic is hidden. It's hidden from the public eye. It's hidden from individuals, and naturally, it's not something that's, seen every day. This is something that's been kept secret, and of course, another thing that she brings up, considering magic, which she obviously proves herself, that Ozpin turned Crow and Raven into birds. Now, to also, think about something that she brought up, one of the more intriguing statements that she stated was that she saw the dead be brought back to life. Now, of course, you wouldn't just fling around a statement like, oh yeah, I just saw someone being brought back to life from the dead. You would never hear somebody say that. That just doesn't naturally happen. And of course, looking at Raven, Raven did not lie about the things she was talking to Yang and Weiss about. And of course, whenever it comes to Raven, Raven seemed to be more on the, protective side by telling them these sort of things because Ozpin has seemed to very well hide things. And of course, Crow himself seems to just blindside it as if, it never happened, as if, everything that's going on is fine and that nobody really needs to know everything. And of course, that can be a very bad thing. But for Raven to actually bring this up, now, could this have been about Ozpin? Possibly. Could this have been his reincarnation, each time that he dies and comes back? Could that have been it as well? Now, of course, we know that Crow knew that he could be reincarnated. Now, either A, that could have been a thing, they could have seen it happen, or B, this was just something that Crow had been told, and then finally Ozpin did get killed by Cinder, and then this whole thing happened. Now, of course, this could have been another scenario where somebody could have actually died and somebody could have been brought back. And considering that Raven put it in the terms the way she did put it more into fearful or frightening terms, meaning this may not just be upon what we're thinking here. This may not just be upon Ozpin's end. This may not just be his reincarnation. There could be more factors into this because seeing those being brought back from the dead, she didn't ever state who it was. She didn't state that it was specifically Ozpin. She didn't state that it wasn't Ozpin, but being led to think how this could be, maybe this is a possibility that it could have been someone else other than Ozpin that has been revived. And, that's a very interesting thing to think about. And the trust that Raven put into Yang and to Weiss to just tell them this is very interesting. And if we think about the dead being brought back, if this results in being any character, this is an example, I'm not saying this is going to happen, but it could be an example of a character that we know is dead, as Pyrrha, for example. Maybe that could be a possibility of bringing Pyrrha back. Now, of course, the methods could be both good or evil, though, because we don't know which side it was stated that, being the dead brought back to life was from. We don't know if it was from Ozpin's end as a good idea or, like another individual. Now, that other individual being, it could actually be Salem. Salem, her powers are very mysterious. We don't know a whole lot about her abilities other than she is the Master of Grimm and that she can control Grimm, like the Seer Grimm, for example. So, there's not really a whole lot of an example here that we can go by of saying, oh, well, who was it that brought who back from the dead? Could it have actually just been her talking about Ozpin? I mean, there's so many things that we can look at, and I feel like bringing the statement of bringing the dead back to life, I feel like that's going to become a very important statement for the future. And maybe Salem has the ability to bring back the dead. I mean, after all, in Volume 4, we did see, the Puddles of Grimm, possibly her summoning them. Now, that's possibly. But, thinking about it, this wouldn't be surprising if Salem could actually bring back the dead. And, if that's true, then that shows that Salem has extremely insane necromancer abilities here that's just completely beyond question. But the other thing is, the other person who could actually have these abilities could actually be Ozpin. Ozpin, not just his reincarnation, but maybe there's more to Ozpin that we're not seeing because not only is Salem a very secretive character, but Ozpin is too. And maybe, now I'm not saying because, yes, Pyrrha did die, and no, she has not been resurrected, obviously, but maybe there's a possibility that Ozpin can bring back someone from the dead, but maybe because he is now within Oscar's body, maybe he doesn't have all of his abilities just yet, because Oscar, as he stated, has to get used to the reflexes of his body, of his muscle reflexes. Now, of course, there's more to this than, we know, and who knows, maybe Ozpin does have the ability to bring back the dead. We don't know that. But who's to say it's even for a good reasoning? It could be also a malicious purpose. Now, but it shows that because of the way that Raven stated this, that she is in fear. She is in fear that these magical abilities, these, unnatural events, that they are a terrifying thing. And, that makes sense. It could be very terrifying because, as I stated, it could be malicious intents. Who knows? But to think that the dead can be brought back to life, and it could be, who knows? She never stated who it specifically was. She never stated if it was just Ozpin's reincarnation. We don't know. It's just in a wide range of things that we could think about in a spectrum of just theories and thoughts. But looking at it like this, if the dead can be brought back, and since we don't know who it could be, or it could have just been, like I said, it could have just been Ozpin's reincarnation. Not 100%. But if the dead can be brought back, then who knows which side it could be on. It could be Salem that could have this ability. It could be Ozpin. And who knows? It could be something else. We never know. But who's to say? Let me know what you think down below. Do you think that this statement's a very interesting statement? Do you think it's specifically just about Ozpin? Do you think it's not really that important? But anyways, you let me know what you think down below. And thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. And if you did enjoy, hit the video with a like. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this. And share this with your friends if you found this informative or useful. Well, anyways, take care of yourselves and have yourselves a wonderful day out there.